Hill. I don't know why she knows the name. Or Miss Hill, social worker. I am 30 years old and I am currently a counselor / kind of social worker at Corliss High School.
What is your educational background?
So I have a BA from California State University, East Bay in sociology with the option in health science. I also have a minor in health sciences and social service option, and then received my master's in social work from Dominican University out in Oak Park. I think encountered maybe younger, but I wasn't educated, so I don't really know mental illness. I do know in college, like I would struggle with feeling sad and kind of isolated and go through times not talking to my friends. So that was, I think, my first time really understanding that, hey, it's something going on. But because our community does not really talk about it, we're not really educated, I didn't really know it was mental illness. Because mental illness is so broad, and it includes so much, I would say maybe alcohol and drug abuse in my family. Definitely, we had people who struggle with alcohol and drug abuse. Absolutely, yes. I remember having anxiety attacks, having panic attacks, depression. Depression was really, really heavy. High school, college, and even my adult life. I still have to fight through depression and anxiety. Every time I wake up and I'll just be like, breathing fast. Like when I start to get stressed or worried or it's just a lot going on, then that's when my anxiety comes really, really, really bad. And then depression comes just feeling sad or just going through things. I really have to fight through feeling depression.
How do you cope?
Healthy or unhealthy?
You can talk about both.
Because it's really when we talk about coping skills, to be honest, there are healthy ways and there are unhealthy ways. My healthy ways that I've learned, writing a lot of my journal, dance, exercise is a really good coping skill. Also church, worship and prayer is a really good coping skill. And then learning to say no and have healthy boundaries. Having to tell people I can't do this, or I'm not okay, or can you help me with something? Also therapy is a really good coping skill. I always tell people God puts therapy, church and therapy really saved my life. So those are my healthy coping skills that I go to. Also listening to music, kind of backing away from certain type of things, getting off of social media too, because that can lead a lot of trauma, depression, things like that. Unhealthy ways I had, eating things that are not good for me. Also sexual encounters, kind of trying to heal the trauma, PTSD, because that is a mental illness, a post-traumatic stress disorder. Dealing with a lot of traumatic things that I've experienced as an adult and as a child. Unhealthy relationships, not good boundaries. When I say unhealthy relationships, that's in terms of friendships as well. Dealing with people I know that I have no business dealing with, but they're kind of a temporary fixture for that moment. Avoid feeling for that moment. So those are the unhealthy ways. So I'm trying to do away with the unhealthy ways and continue in the healthy ways of coping. It's a process. It's a process. I will not sit here and say, even as a social worker and as someone who has dealt with mental illness in my own family, it's a process every day, every week, every month, trying to get better. I love my job. I love working with kids. That is my passion. That is my ministry. That is my heart. It has its pros and it has its cons. The cons are wanting to help everybody and knowing that you can't help everybody. I want to take all my kids and I could help them, take away their pain, but I can't. I also have to learn not to be transparent, taking on their problems, because I've seen a lot, I've experienced a lot. Just from talking to them and experiencing it, I'm not careful, I can carry it too, and it contributes to my own mental health. But on the bright side, I love helping them become better men and women, young men and young women. I love to see them grow. I love to see them, instead of Miss Hill, I wanted to fight her today, but I remember what you said, so she didn't get the business, but I wanted to. Or they do my kids Miss Hill, she was about to get it, but I remember to take my 10 breaths and steps and you know, seeing them. And my elementary kids, they still have a level of emphasis to them. So I love like their hugs and their smiles and the way they greet. My high school kids, they kind of think they grown now. So it's kind of like, you know, they're like, but my babies are like, hey. So I could be having a bad day, or I could be upset with administration or something, and my little ones be like, so I do miss them. So they be like, here is your hugs, and I act like, hey, get off me, but I really be like, yes, I love it. Oh my God, I love the little kids. But also, it's kind too because of what they go through, what their experience. I wish I could just take them and just hold them and just love on them and then give them the things that they need, because they've seen a lot too. Like, I can go on and on about the stories that I've seen and I've heard dealing with my kids.
Obviously, the power thing.
Yes! Tariq is a little brat that be disrespectful little boy that gets all real. But I understand, because you're going from a child that is very privileged, living this good life. You have this image of who your parents are, and then you grow up and you start to see like they are not the superheroes that you thought they were. So he doesn't really know how to gather with, and then his parents don't really help either. Tariq has dealt with a lot of trauma from his daddy being arrested and on a murder trial, and hearing that he's not who he thought he was, he's this big time kingpin. It's traumatic for a child. And then mom Tasha, she's trying to be like the kingpin. So I have encountered a lot of Tariqs. I've been a Tariq myself, sheltered, very sheltered, or trying to be sheltered, and then finding out behind the scenes that it's a lot going on in my own family. My dad has mental illness. My mom, growing up, finding out when people die, like stories. Like I was like, wait, what's going on? What happened? Family reunions. Our family is really big on family reunions. Going to family reunions and finding out hidden secrets and things like that. So that can cause you to want to rebel. So I totally understand him.
You said your dad has a mental illness?
He does. My dad hasn't officially been diagnosed, but he, we believe to be schizophrenia. He suffered maybe for a while, but the last 5 years became really bad. In 2017, August 2017, he left the house and he has not seen him since. So I definitely, looking back, I definitely see things that my father struggled with, but nobody really caught. Him dealing with just being a black man in America and having to take care of a household. Him dealing with being in the military. I don't even think they really deal with that. Him being a provider and working so many hours. Him dealing with his own trauma from my granddaddy dying and my grandmother with Alzheimer's and people in his life dying, and him being injured at work and then having to not work, and that the weight of that on him can cause you mentally to go. And the last 5 years, those symptoms really just started to manifest, and to the point that he felt like he needed to leave. Yes, I started going to the Boys and Girls Club when I was 12 years old. 12 into about when I left college, so 12 and 17. And the Boys and Girls Club is called Boys and Girls Club of Greater Sacramento, which is downtown. It was amazing. I had amazing counselors, or what they call youth development specialists, or the people that work in the club. I still kind of connect with some of them on social media today, but that time of my life going to the Boys and Girls Club was like amazing. It was so much fun. I remember my counselors and talking to them and seeing them every summer, just about every summer. And school break, going to the Boys and Girls Club. I got my first TV from Boys and Girls Club. We went on trips. We had our own teen center, games. I met friends at the Boys and Girls Club. So I think growing up, that was really essential in my life. And then at church, I had like a village to help too, but I specifically remember the Boys and Girls Club being such a light in my life.
Can you tell people where to get those t-shirts?
You can get a t-shirt, God Plus Therapy, from me, www.chanelldenay.com. Also, social media at Miss Hill the Social Worker, Facebook C Hill, as well as Therapy is for Everybody.bigcartel.com. Hey everyone, this is Chanell Hill, aka Miss Hill the Social Worker, signing out with SheSoWeird.com.